I know you guys like overpowered MCs, right? Well, who doesn't? Being an overpowered character is normal, but the one that can defeat the god is more exciting to watch, for that we all love Goku and Saitama. They are the literal immortal of their own universe, the power that can defeat the god. Well, this is a rather strange genre to pick and there aren't many anime of this kind. However, I've collected some of the best for you. I hope you all can appreciate the effort. So without any delay, let's begin the fun ride. Number 10, Record of Ragnarok. How would you feel if your fate was decided by someone else without your consent? In the world of Ragnarok, the deities have formed a council to discuss universal matters, and in every millennium, this council gathers to decide the fate of humanity. However, in this chaos, a Valkyrie stood up against gods and decided to help humans. But the way in which they decide things is a bit weird, sacrificing the plot. The series promises intense action through one-on-one battles between the gods and the greatest warriors of humanity. The story combines different myths, ancient gods, and the overall humanity at stake plot. This might not be the best choice for you, but if your sole intention is to watch anime gods in action, this might come as a blessing. Number 9, Campione, another anime with a teen MC who becomes god. Although not as strong as Goku, still he received all the life pleasure any good old man needed. Our MC Gado Kusanagi, a 16-year-old high school student, goes on a travels adventure to Italy at the suggestion of his grandfather to return a certain tablet to an acquaintance for safekeeping. In a completely new place, our MC encountered the god of war and accidentally killed him. You know how things go these days. After killing the god, he became a Campione, the title given to humans for being a god slayer. This news spread like a wildfire and other gods came to see him. One interesting fact is that some of them even fell in love with him. To guide our MC, the blonde teaches him everything in a professional manner. If you're a man of culture, you're gonna love this one. The story is a bit bland, but you somehow gonna love this. Number 8, Kamisama Kazoku. For this one we have quite an interesting story. Our MC Samataru is not your average teenager. He is the son of a deity, his mother is a goddess, and his sisters are goddess candidates. Such a god-class family, right? Still, his father decided to live on Earth. A god living on Earth. Why? Well, the reason is quite simple. Our MC father wants to learn more about humans, so he can become a better god himself. And he wants kids to learn more about human customs and behaviors. Sounds fun, isn't it? Another interesting thing here is that our MC falls in love with a human girl named Kumiko. Our MC, who falls in love with her, and his choice to have her fall in love without using his powers will now land him in hot water. This is a fun rom-com to watch, with a lot of plot twists. Number 7, God of Highschool, one of the most popular manhwa adaptations of all time. It follows the story of a seemingly normal teenager named Jin Mori, a 17-year-old taekwondo specialist and a high schooler, who claims to be the best fighter in Korea. The story begins when our MC gets knocked out by a stranger in a single blow. Soon he discovers there are many stronger opponents out there, and in order to fight them, he decides to participate in the God of Highschool tournament. There he meets Han Dy and Yumira. Soon all three became best friends. The tournament features strong players from all over Japan, with a grand prize to grant any wish of the winner. Our MC's main goal is to fight among the strongest players in the world and to find out more about his missing grandpa. The adaptation is pretty rushed up, but we get to see epic fights, with some cool heroic moments. Number 6, The Misfit of Demon King Academy. A war between humans and demons was turning the world into a bloody battlefield. To end the conflict, the two rulers of each side decided to magically create walls that would separate their respective domains. Was the plot for the first 2 minutes of the show. After that, it follows the story of a demon king named Anos Valdegod, who sacrifices himself for world peace. Now, after many years into the future, he is reborn into a normal family. In future, demons forgot the name of the true ruler and replaced it with that of an imposter. To uncover the truth and to reclaim his throne as the one true god of the demons, he enters the Demon Academy, where he teaches some bullies a life lesson. Overall, the anime is good, and because of the MC, the anime is amazing to watch. Number 5 Sword Gai. They prayed and prayed even more, but the gods did not answer to humanity. Desperately, they put their faith in a demon instead. The demon who killed everything. At times, a weapon that is soaked in the blood of thousands of humans becomes a legend and comes to life. Our story began with a woman's mysterious death and an even more mysterious baby that swordsmith Ammon finds in the forest. Fast forward to 10 years and that baby has grown into a young man named Gai, a young man who is fated to live as a weapon. While growing up, our MC Gai follows in his adoptive father's footsteps and works day and night to hone his smithing skills. Unfortunately, he lost his arm and had to replace it with a cursed sword. The story has an ancient mystery theme, but if you are looking for good swordsmanship, you won't regret watching it. Number 4 Cautious Hero. This anime too takes us to the overpowered journey, but in a very hilarious way. Ristardt is a useless goddess that has been directed to save the world by sending someone in a super legendary mode. She looks for candidates from Earth and she succeeds in summoning our MC Seiya, a hero who is broken beyond all reason, a young man whose stats are off the chart. But he has one problem: he is overly cautious of everything, even to very small battles. He trains constantly alone in his room to max his level and challenges basic slime enemies with all of his strength, although the goddess has to go through all the troubles. It reminds me of another useless god, Egwa. Thus begins the tale of salvation, to the point of borderline of normality. Number 3 E.10 Deities Know Only Peace. Who doesn't love a good old story of gods fighting demons? E.10 Deities is a fresh god anime. The story is nothing out of the world, but the action is great. In a battle between gods and demons that happened 800 years ago, the gods sealed away the demons using themselves as the barrier. 8 centuries have passed since the Great War and the new gods have seen nothing but peace in that time. Now the E.10 deities have been slacking off for many years. Continuing the story, our main protagonist Rin was the sole survivor of the last battle, and Hiato is one of the E.10 training under Rin. Usli is the genius one, and Paula is averse to fighting and prefers being close to animals. This magical adventure anime is the Mappa reincarnation, if you are looking for a new magical adventure series. Number 2 That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. While you might think what a mere slime is capable of, instead of bouncing here and there, then this anime will completely change the definition of being an overpowered character. While it might trick you, as most of the characters are living a normal life, with their day-to-day activity in building a great town. Our main limelight will be a Satoru Mikami, an average salaryman, died in a tragic accident before he realized got reborn into another world as a slime. In this new world he acquired a great ability to absorb anything. At the beginning of his new journey he became friends with Veldora, a catastrophe dragon. Later he creates his own army of many great demons and builds his own city. This is without a doubt a must-watch isekai anime. Everyone needs to watch, even if you are not a fan of the isekai genre. Number 1 Devilman Crybaby. Devils need a host's body to live in and feed off, but when the host has a strong will to overcome, the power of the devil becomes their own. People call them Devilman. Devilman Crybaby tells the story of 2 friends with a cursed fate. Unknowing to many, devils isn't a thing of legends. They do exist. For that, our MC Ryu Asuka began his journey to find demons, but he sure knows he can't challenge them alone. Since he has a reliable childhood friend Akira who might be a crybaby, is still ready to help anyone indeed. Things go south when a caring Akira ends up being possessed by a demon. The caring young boy has now turned into a Devilman, an exciting action horror anime with some philosophical themes and an ending you won't see coming. Gods are not perfect nor the most overpowered one, but it's goddamn fun to see our MC kick the most powerful character ass, especially if it's a normal human being. Still, I've tried my very best to gather the best anime of this particular genre. There isn't much anime out there with this concept. However, the ones I've selected are based on my personal preferences. If you have a better one in mind, make sure to let me know. As for now, I take my leave and hope to see you in the next one. Peace.